lost all of my love and my sanity. Vanity told me I'm too hard to handle. Dismantle any opposition, quit playing with me. Brothers hella lame, how they get their name? Israelites lacking integrity. Politics made it to Israel, but it's not spiritual. Why can't I let them get next to me? Chef in the kitchen, he cooking. These niggas trying to steal a recipe. Look at my weaponry, that is my specialty. Lion of Zion, a Judah full pedigree. Repping my legacy. If I got a body rappers, then Mac, he gon' be the accessory. Judah the gang, and I'm repping it heavily. Vocals the same, but I got a new melody. I'm from the bottom of Rebel to Grepper Street. Haters, they hate me, they really be repping me. Yeah, they really be repping me. I went to war for some brothers who never had love and they heart or respect for me. Gates told me go where they celebrate it, they don't just tolerate your gifts. Christ told me shake the dust off your feet and take your peace with you when you dip. Made it out of a city where plenty crashed. We never had nothing, we needed cash. Feds gave us Aguilera, we didn't know better. We turned it to Lenny Crab. Should've got yards running from my past, but the Lord made a way when he threw the flag. Beat the case, but I blew the bag. Did it bare face, we don't do the mask. Now Protestant, Jesuit, Lutheran, now we don't do the mass. I just be watching they movement and how they maneuvering, slithering through the grass. Who gon' pity for the snake charm? Put them in the bag, shake the snake on them. It's never about who your haters, it's always about how much money you making on them. Put your riches in the most high, that's the best flip for the best price. Cash in with your house shy, I'ma die once, I'ma live twice. Balls mean, but my flow nice. Rep 12, not the pole lights. Chef, he the light of the world, I'm trying to keep all of my babies from pole light.
You die once, but you live twice. Please don't get left, you'll have no rights. Me and Chef steam like bowl rice. This be getting 8 like 4 twice. I European, get your soul right. They don't hear me though, like no mic. How they supposed to know, like no advice? Children of the light, like no night.
Got me feeling like Ricky Bobby up in Talladega. I'm on the road, feel like I'm on fire. Holding it down till I see the Messiah. Dripping in gold, you see the attire. Dripping in gold, you see the attire. I say it twice for those I inspire. Make it a third for all of the liars.
Please do not treat this like entertainment, man, I pray you don't. This a cry for your soul. Renew your thinking and rearrange it, man, I pray you do. Cause the kingdom's a goal. They really tricking for little payments, making money moves, but you losing your soul. How y'all be thinking, be aggravating? I'm not spelling that like I'm losing my nose. We gotta represent, children is watching. We see with the ruach, the spirit is watching. Me and Chef at the back, we did the way that we flipping this heat, man, it feel like hibachi. Killing these demons with pain is my doctrine. I'm bobbing and weaving, it feel like I'm boxing. I want the kingdom of heaven, the mysteries that are spoken of in 2nd Colossians.
Yeah. Die once, live twice. Yeah.
Yep. Y'all know what time it is. You tuned in to the Scoring Black Man podcast. This is episode 43, and it's called Abortions, #1 Killer of African Americans. Let me repeat that. You're tuned in to the Scoring Black Man podcast. This is episode 43, and it is called Abortions, #1 Killer of African Americans. And this is a steamy topic. We're going to hit you with a 1-2, a 1-2, and an uppercut punch. We're going to hurt some feelings, but we're going to bring some knowledge and some education and awareness to this topic. How you doing today, brother Don Yehuda?
Shalom, good, bro. How you doing? Shalom, Shabbat. Happy Shabbat to everybody out there that's tuning in. I'm doing good. How you doing, though?
I'm doing pretty good. Shalom, brother Sadak. Let's talk knowledge and wisdom radio. How you doing, brother?
Shalom. How you brothers doing? Shalom. It's good to hear from y'all. Good to see y'all.
Shalom, my good brother Noomsi. How you doing?
This brother with the Noomsi, man. What's going on?
Man, this is gonna be a good show.
Oh man.
I want to start off. Shalom to the brother K. Judah out there, you know what I'm saying, and the lovely, beautiful sister, Professor Lovely Lady, and all of y'all who's watching right now. I want to get into a quick intro video, and so we can kind of just set the tone, you know. Shameless plugs, please.
Yes, tune in to Fire Talk Radio. Subscribe, like, and share. Also, go over to Let's Talk Knowledge and Wisdom Radio. do the same over there. And you already here at the #1 broadcasting Israelite channel on YouTube. Subscribe and share this link.
Hey, Gardner is president of the National Black Pro-Life Union here in D.C. for the march. Are you encouraged by the enthusiasm and activism you're seeing from these young people?
I sure am. You know, it's wonderful because you see more and more students every single year, busloads of them, college campuses. They all come together. They're excited. They're energized, and they help to energize all of us old folks out there.
Unfortunately, abortion is so much a part of our world culture. What certain groups are targeted by the abortion industry?
Definitely the African American community. I think that it's a travesty, and it's really devastating our community. It's gotten to the point where in inner cities, especially where the Planned Parenthood and the abortion facilities they set up camp there, where abortion is up to 50% in most cities, and in New York City, we just heard 60% of all abortions are performed on Black women. So,
what impact has that had on the Black community and Black families especially?
You know, it's really devastating us. We are no longer producing large families. You know, I think that what the good part about it is that we also are realizing more and more, especially with modern 3 and 4D ultrasounds, modern technology, the internet has been very helpful getting information out there, that more and more Blacks are coming and they're saying, how do I get involved? How do we work to save our children? And that's the good news. There was a time where we were working, one group here, one group there, all over the United States. Well, you know what? We've developed a web of Black pro-life organizations. We have a much larger footprint, and we are all about saving the lives of as many children as possible and protecting our women.
Are we beginning to see a more diverse look to the March for Life?
I think so. As a matter of fact, more and more Black. It's just wonderful to see that we all come together. As my dear friend, my sister Alveda King says all the time, that we are all members of the same race, the human race. And that's the most important thing.
She's our dear friend too. Dr. Day Gardner, thanks for joining us from the National Black Pro.
Okay, man. I mean, it's no doubt that we're targeted. We are the ones that are mainly targeted for this. I call you women that kill these Black babies Margaret Singer likes. Margaret Singer was a woman that wrote a book. She was I can't pronounce it like her specific title, but basically she was all about, she said, Black babies are like weeds. They must be exterminated from the roots. So you must be killed in the womb before you're even born. And this is who Hillary Clinton, and you see other people who praise this white devil of a woman that she is, for even suggesting that. And it's sad to say, my brothers and sisters, right now we have a trend that's going in our community amongst our sisters, and we still don't call them our sisters, even though they're the most wickedness of all things right now. And it's aborting baby boys. If it's a boy, abort it. The Black man is the problem. He must be destroyed, so we must abort the baby boys. See, and let me give y'all some fun statistics. Since 1973, over 20 million, 20.5, over 20.5 million Black babies have been killed in the womb. That's more than AIDS. That's more than cancer. That's more than gang violence or any killings, all combined together. You have killed more Black babies that was killed in World War II, that was killed in World War I, that was killed in the Vietnam War, that was killed in Desert Storm. The Black womb is the most dangerous place right now for African American. Over 20 million and growing every day. There's almost 1,200 Black babies that are aborted. And you're talking about the Black man is the one that's the leading? No. We're going to face some truth now. See, we're going to touch the topics that people are scared to talk about. But this is a real serious issue. When you killing these, see, because these could be future leaders. These could be presidents. These could be leaders. These black babies could be leaders that could be somewhat of a savior. Hell, I'm going to say it. Could be somewhat of a savior. These black babies could be someone that can liberate, that somebody could bring some good to our community. So, you know what I'm saying, to our black families. And they're getting exterminated before they even get a chance till you come out the womb and be anybody. We're going to get into some good statistics today, but before I get on a ramble, man, what you think about that, you know what I'm saying, video, brothers, you know what I'm saying, Let's Talk Knowledge and Wisdom Radio? Like, this thing is serious, man, and this is a topic that our sisters don't want to talk about, but it must be addressed. Brothers Doc, Let's Talk Knowledge and Wisdom Radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you think about this whole situation of you know, because the excuse is, you know, they'll say, oh, well, I can't afford it. But Brothers Doc, this is what I see. I seen women with men raising 14 to 20-something kids in slavery in a damn shack with no motherfucking AC and heat. No sitting around in heat, with no running water, Brothers Doc. You had to go outside to the goddamn outdoor house and take a piss in the shit.
All right.
Cold, hot, mosquitoes, humid, dry, whatever. But it's an excuse now. Now, this house was in slavery. They can't afford it. They just simply can't afford it. Brothers Doc, come on.
Well,
talk to me, man. Let's talk knowledge and wisdom.
All praise, all man. Thank you. First and foremost, man, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God of Israel, man, God of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, man. Shalom to everybody in the chat, also, and also you brothers on the panel, man. Listen, the thing is, the whole thing just boils down to it's overall it's accountability, responsibility, which wasn't taught in our communities growing up, especially to the youth, our elders, things of that nature. We just didn't learn accountability and responsibility, right? There was a time of old, right? Maybe back, 40s, 50s, 60s or whatnot, where, the woman was being taught certain values, certain moral values and things of that nature, man, in her life, by her mother. But that has disappeared. It's dissipated. It's non-existent now. I'm not saying every single household doesn't. Some mothers do, but this time and this age that we in right now, things have definitely changed. So the accountability has been thrown out the window along with the responsibility. Meaning, when we talk about responsibility, we're talking about not acknowledging the priorities that you need to take care of. You have no knowledge. You lack knowledge in that area. And do we blame these women? Today, should we just solely blame them? I don't think so. Personally, that's just my opinion. Because you know what I'm saying? Because we know who's behind it because we're talking about it now. Yeah, we know who's behind it. Right. We definitely know who's behind it. And it ties into a lot of, you got fashion, you got money, you got all these amenities, man, here in Babylon the Great, right? That definitely ties into it and destroyed the mindset of our people. That's why we don't have any care of our young. That's written in the scriptures, right? We don't care. The women don't care for the young, and so on and so forth. But we talking about not being able to afford these things. They can afford it. They can afford a $300 Gucci belt or a bag, right? They can afford these things. It's the responsibility that comes with the child. And not only that, going back and like I said, pulling on the woman, let's go back to the man. Let's go back to the young man who knocked this woman up. The first thing to come out of his mouth, because she stepped up to the plate, at least with the responsibility, and said, look, I'm pregnant, Negro. What we gonna do? He said, what? I don't know what you're talking about, woman. That ain't mine. Right off the bat, no responsibility, no knowledge, right? Refusing to respond like a man to the situation. Backs off immediately. So let's blame the man right there, because she at least acknowledged it. Because listen, innately and in nature, a woman actually really wants to take care of a child. It's in her nature. She don't right off the bat, right in her head, say, I'm going to kill this child. Right. And I'm not saying all, but in most instances, she doesn't want to. She wants to keep that child, nurture that child, and raise that child, and is looking for a man, a responsible man, to help her in those endeavors. Right. So the woman is just, she I feel bad. I feel bad. Although, because of the way she was raised and things that she's doing is leading her to say, I want to kill this child because I want to have the riches. I want to have the fame. I want to shake my ass. I want to do this, that, and the third, pop my twerk at the club and smoke my blunts and drink my alcohol. It's unfortunate that this world that we live in now has taught her these things, because her original nature, that's not what it is. Right. So the man definitely plays a role big time in this, because he's the one who put the seed in her. He the one who put this king in her. So I don't want to, I'll digress right now because I want to save some for later, man. And I don't want to get too deep into it right now, but that video is off, especially what she said at the end. I didn't agree with that. Talking about we all one big melting pot and all that. No, so I'll mute my mic on this one right here.
Brother Don Yehuda, man, what you think about this, about the video, first of all, and just the whole concept of this thing is a big issue. When we talk about AIDS, cancer, gang violence, I mean, it's charts upon charts, man, and they add them all up, and it still doesn't equate to the amount of abortions that we've had since 1973. We're talking about almost 1,200 abortions a day of black babies now, of the black ones. You know what I'm saying? The black and then black and then black and then black, right here in the United States of America. What do you think about it, Brother Donnie?
I agree and disagree with some of her talking points in the video. I do agree that abortions effectively affect our community vastly more than any other ethnic group here in America. So that point I do agree with her with. If I may, I'll start my whole soliloquy on just the scriptures. In Psalms 83, starting at verse 2, it says, For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So abortion, when you look at it, is just one of the branches or the roots of a term that's known as eugenics here in America. It didn't start here in America, but America actually uses this tool, this ship to facilitate a lot of things. And, abortion is one of those things. And they craftily have come together with some of our people and have instituted these Planned Parenthood programs and clinics, which disproportionately are littered throughout our communities versus any other ethnic category. And they have successfully tricked our women into buying into the notion of abortions, freely getting aborted babies, freely aborting their babies for various reasons. Doing this research, I noticed that a lot of that, they said, when they overturned Roe v. Wade, that the African-American community, the women, would be disproportionately affected the most with the overturn of that law, because they were stipulating that our women are suffering more miscarriages, more deaths at birth, and etc. But I would have to ask the question and argue the point: is abortion the solution, or is it the failure of the medical field in, taking care of our women effectively to where those numbers of miscarriages and death during pregnancy and etc. is taking place? So yeah, abortions is a problem, because that's the number one killer within our community. And if we don't change the mindset within ourselves, especially our women, because they're the carrier of the next generation, it's their body, like they so eloquently say in these pro-women marches, that my body, my choice. Well, you should be more knowledgeable about you know, the decisions that are affecting our community and potentially endangering your body when you're involving yourself in things such as abortion, you know, contraceptive methods as birth control pills and etc.
You made a great point, Dan. We'll talk about this. What I was saying earlier, you know, we know who is behind this. And let's make no mistake, the white government, white America, the white government, the white man, how you want to call them. We're not blaming all white people. We're just blaming the ones in power. This is a medical industry business. Make no mistake about it. We know that these black babies are chopped up. And when I mean chopped up, I'm going to give you the graphics. Chopped up in the womb, cut off the heads, the limbs, everything while it's still in the stomach. When they get them out and throw them in buckets, they make medicines off these babies. You're taking pills. You're getting shot up with CERNs. And this is not no conspiracy theories. This is, I mean, you could just Google this. Is known fact. They tell you they use the fetuses of these babies to make medicines. And I'm going to go one step further. We know that they have been doing experiments on our women since way back when, you know, experimenting with their wombs, making it that they cannot reproduce. We have seen old cases of this, you know, of it's kind of like the Tuskegee experiment. They have done all kinds of experiments like this on our women, making them so they cannot conceive. Also, they're giving them all type of medications that they don't know right now that are making it difficult for them to conceive, and also affecting our babies when they do conceive to come out the womb. We know a lot of these shots and medications are affected with are stocked with mercury and giving our kids all autism and also Down syndrome. But that was a valid point about the medical part. I honestly think, you know, that, you know, well, in honestly think we know they have taken crafty counsel against our people. You read it out right there in Psalms, the 83rd chapter. We are being used as guinea pigs on all levels, mentally, physically, on all levels it is. And so there's no doubt that they know they can't stop us really from producing. They've tried everything in the world. The Most High has made it so that our genes are so good, they can shoot us up with everything, man. We're still going to be able to produce a baby, you know, and and our women going to be able to hold that baby. They have to now, the best way, the most effective way into destroying us is to have our women to kill the babies in the womb. Now, in order to do that, you have to create a situation so that the woman basically give her an offer that she can't refuse. When you say, hey, you know, I'm going to put you above the man in the household, I'm going to get his ass out of there, I'm going to let you be free-spirited, free-minded, let you do what you want to do. It's like I think Brother Doc said, you know, it's not the money, it's the responsibility. Because now, you know, I've got so used to turning up, doing what I want to do. You know, I really don't want to settle down. Because a lot of, when we get into statistics, it might be another show on this right here. Most black men that are fathers are in their kids' lives and want to be in the kids' lives. They want to be actually, you know, husbands to the women, but it's a situation controlled over here. Like you know, it's prevalent for it makes it easy for a woman to just have a baby, and her life is easier if she's single. She can party, she can do what she want to do. She can go to this, you know, this hot girl, summer, city girl, bad bitch era. And it's sad that these situations is occurring. This is why I preach the importance of having a man in the household, because a man in the household can raise these young women. See, I keep trying to tell you, it takes a man to raise these boys into men and raise these girls into women. You women just cannot do it by yourselves. And I'm sorry to say this, because you're going to be weak. You're going to let these children do what they're going to do. And the father, we're going to talk like this. We're going to explain to these kids why. No, you lay down, you get pregnant, you have that baby. You have that baby. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no excuse. It's no excuse. When you look at, you know what I'm saying, slavery, Jim Crow, all that, man, come on, man. 15, 20 babies a goddamn family, man. They in little shacks out. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's no excuse. What you think about the whole medical side of it, Brother Doc? Like, Do you think that they did experiments and maybe these medications is throwing our women, throwing a birth effects on them? Do you think that also that we talked about the medications and the experiments, but just overall the health care on our women to be able to stop them from having babies?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research on as far as the medications that are given to our women during the prenatal appointments and stages and things of that nature. I really don't know, but I'm definitely going to do more research on that. But I'm not going to put it past the enemy that wants to destroy our people. I'm not going to put it past them for possibly using some medications to destroy the wombs or stagnate the wombs of our women. Like I said, I'm not going to put it past them. I do believe that does play a part of why they suffer as far as suffer health wise. I believe, like the brother Don Yehuda said earlier, he was talking about the health issues that some of our women suffer from, that are the reason why they die during pregnancies or after the pregnancy and things of that nature. I personally know a few females who have passed away from complicated pregnancies, and I don't know what the nature of that was, but it's very unfortunate. But I do believe that some of the medications and things of that nature do play a role.
Okay, let me give y'all a small statistics. 38.4% of all reported abortions in the U.S. in 2019 were performed by Black women. However, only 13.4% of the total population is Black. African Americans are no longer the nation's largest minority group. Today, Hispanics outpace Black in population growth. For every 1,000 births, non-Black women, for every 1,000 live births, non-Hispanic Black women had 386 abortions. Non-Hispanic white women had 117 abortions out of every 1,000 live births. This is like it's ridiculous, man. Let me ask you this question right here, brother Don Yehuda. It's a thing going on right now, and I got to bring it up. I know some sisters probably gonna get mad, but I brought it earlier. Where they are saying the problem is the Black man. So now they're saying it's a trend. If you get pregnant and it's a boy, you must abort it. If it's a girl, you can have it. What you think about that, brother Don?
So you said there's a trend that's suggesting that if it's a boy, to abort.
No, it's a movement. Yeah. It's a movement. If a Black woman gets pregnant and she finds out it's a Black boy, abort it, because the Black man is the problem. If it's a Black girl, have it.
Very interesting. That brings up the whole subject matter of what happened to our people in antiquity back in Egypt. If I may, let me go back to Exodus chapter 1, verse 9, and it states that, and he said unto his people, well, let me get some context. Go to verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join all to our enemies and fight against us, and so get them out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters masters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So when you continue to read, right? I'm trying to find a verse, but that was the same ideology back then, is that kill off all the males and they'll keep the females. And that's the same system. All right, verse 16, and he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then you shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. America is spiritually Egypt, as the scriptures has already proclaimed it to be. All they're doing is doing the same play out of the same book, and I can't emphasize that enough. And this is why it's very important for our people to educate ourselves and gather together, like Zephaniah 2:1 states, because once we educate ourselves and pull our resources and increase our intellect and awareness of who we are, what we've been to. So this is the reason why they destroy your nationality, as we read in Psalms, and took you out of being known as Israel, because you can't go back into the history to see what has transpired against your people prior to this point. So you won't know that this is a play that's already taken place against your people and how to avoid it and how to safeguard yourself. So them doing this, as far as if it's a boy, kill it or abort it, and if it's a woman, to keep it, it's a playbook out of the Egyptian text, out of the Egyptian edict from the Pharaoh at that time, and they're using it. This is why America is spiritually Egypt. And for our sisters in modern times to even buy into the idea that men are the problem, no, men are not the problem. It's both us as a family unit that is the problem, because the men and women are so dysfunctional within the Black community today that anything goes. The level of atrocities and abominations taking place within our community is at an all-time high. So that's just another arm of eugenics and another arm of the pro-women's movement that's being utilized against the men within this nation, because they know men are the leaders of the community. They know that men carry the seed. I know there's understanding that women have the seed also, but it's always a unison thing. It's a unison thing with us, and our power is with both of us being intertwined one with another. So any sister that's fallen for that, man, they're deceived, they've been duped, and they're single-handedly helping the oppressor kill off their community without them even raising a trigger, a finger, or a needle in this instance. So yeah, that would be my whole thing. And also, I would also say, just to that initial question that you asked, Brother Sadat, about the medicines within the community, that there's a book called Medical Apartheid. I would advise everybody to go out, if you have the ability, to go get this book. It's authored by a sister named Harriet A. Washington. It's called Medical Apartheid: The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present. It's a very, very detailed book showing information on how the medical system treats us erroneously in their treatment of us. And they do this purposely in many cases. Many cases we're misdiagnosed. We're given the wrong prescription of medications. We're not diagnosed with certain symptoms that they know we may have, just to experiment and have a watchful eye on how it may affect us in the community and in long-term situations. So it's a very, very heavy book. I would suggest that the viewers will go out and get that book.
Get into another video real quick. Shameless plug.
Yeah, subscribe to all the channels. You see these brothers on here. All praises to the Most High, y'all, for allowing us to come on this Sabbath and bring this information out. And we ask that all the subscribers and viewers go to each channel, subscribe and view. And we ask also that if you have any pertinent information, always feel free to hit the join in button and come on to the panel and share that information.
Ruling ruling could also blunt any challenges to Florida's new law limiting most abortions after 15 weeks.
Many states have already passed plans to outlaw abortion altogether if Roe is in fact overturned. New at 11, News 6's Catherine Silver shows us how it could impact Black women in particular.
Get your hands off my body!
Protests and praise have followed the release of a now confirmed draft opinion from the Supreme Court that signals a possible end to Roe v. Wade. The document now calling into question what's next.
This is very concerning.
Rebecca Desir is the founder of the Black Health Commission in Orlando.
People of color, and to be specific, Black women, we already face disparities that determine our overall health.
She says minority women will bear the brunt of limited access to health care.
Whether it's education and all these things, and it just makes it so difficult.
Black women account for the highest number of reported abortions in Florida, nearly 35%, according to the most recent CDC data. They are also more likely to die from pregnancy complications.
The rate of death for non-Hispanic Black people is more than 3 times higher.
Sociology professor Amanda Stevenson studies the possible impacts of an abortion ban in the U.S.
Pregnancy is more deadly than abortion.
Her research estimates additional deaths would increase 7% in the first year and 21% in the years following.
I just estimated how many more people would die because when you're denied an abortion, that means you're forced to stay pregnant. And accounting for random miscarriage and some other, fancy demographic stuff, that means that you're going to be exposed to the increased risk of death associated with carrying a pregnancy.
In Florida, a Republican-led legislature recently passed a 15-week ban on abortions effective July 1st.
We're very excited about this.
Pro-life supporters say there are options for women.
Florida has over 200 pregnancy centers. It shouldn't be a financial issue to have your child.
Those who support a woman's right to make her own choice want them to remember abortion may be limited, but it is still legal.
So our doors are still open. We're here for our patients. So I want people to know that.
Planned Parenthood is working to ramp up what they call their navigation team. They say it will help women who will seek care out of state. I'm Catherine Silver, getting results, News 6.
What are the 3 top foods that help eliminate?
Oh man, at least we do have some sisters that are aware of this thing and are trying to get ahead of it, man. It's just when you have sisters that are doing music videos in front of abortion clinics. Shalom, Sister Mika, how you doing out there? Peace and blessings to you. When you have a lot of trash, I'll just call it, out there making just making videos in front of abortion clinics talking about if they have the baby they want to get it aborted and blase, man. Like, it overdrowns because our women are very influenced, and they're influenced by TV. Let's just be real. They're influenced by celebrities. They are idol worshipers to the damn T. So it's not enough men in the household to influence them, and then the men that's in the household, they really don't have a voice in there because a lot of times, they are made to be simps, and they just feel like I'm always going ahead and just be a simp because it's the only way I'll be a husband and be able to get hot cooter hole. We're gonna do better, man. We're gonna do better. Let me I got a statistic up here right now that I want to bring up. And it's where is it? Hold on, let me get it here. It says higher than AIDS, violent crimes, accidents, cancer, and heart disease combined. Abortions is just blowing it through the door. Blowing it to the door. Like I say, while only representing 13% of the female population in the U.S., Black women account for 35% of the nation's abortions. we're being targeted, made no mistake. And I want our black women to understand these white people here, this white government that you love over here in America, they're not your friends. They don't give a damn about you. They want to destroy you and destroy your damn kids. You think they just want to destroy the black man, so you want to jump on board and be their right hand for white supremacy. You think it's so cool to somebody, yeah, we're going to abort baby black boys. I don't believe in aborting black baby girls or boys. You're stupid. You're retarded. You're the right hand for white supremacy. Get you a black man in there. I bet he ain't going to be telling you to goddamn kill that damn baby. And if he is, he's a poopy ray-ray. Leave his ass alone. Stop messing with them type of men. If you're an honest woman and you actually got pregnant from a man and he just said, oh, you're pregnant now. I don't want to be a father. I don't want to be in your life. You didn't know that dude was like, listen, ain't too many motherfuckers. I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying? We're being targeted. Understand that. Stop taking bribes. You know, right now they're paying the black woman $1,000 a month to carry their baby because the white woman womb is damn defected. Her womb is weak. She's not you, black woman. You know what I'm saying? She's not you. Her womb is weak. So now they want to play you. They want to pay you, black woman, $1,000 a month to carry their damn kids, to carry their babies. And you will carry their baby to have their baby, but you won't carry yours and have yours. Ain't that some motherfucker goddamn brothers adopt?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's in slavery, man. You know, they always look to us, man, to breastfeed the babies, man. Right. You know, the milk was good. You know, the nurturing was good, man. You know, they was lazy. They didn't want to do nothing. You know, damn titties saggy, man, and you know, damn just all jammed up, man. And they couldn't take care of the kids. That's why the kids crazy now. You know, we had the good milk, that good nurturing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. You know, now they look to it, like you said, paying them they're getting paid, man, to sit up there, man. And this is madness, man. This is just this enemy, man. This system, this beast system that's set up, man. We got to do better. We have to gain knowledge, and that's why we have this platform up here, man, to bring out this information. And I sincerely do pray that somebody tunes in, and it doesn't fall on deaf ears, and somebody goes and does some research and goes and speaks this truth into somebody else's ears, man, and wake them up, because this is just getting out of control. But it's got to get real bad before it get better. We all know that. We read the scriptures. We understand the prophecies. It's going to get real bad before it get real good.
Man, listen to this teacher right here. But before, shalom, sister Weezy, one love. Planned Parenthood, the largest abortion provider in the country, targets African Americans by locating 62%, approximately 2 out of every 3 of their surgical abortion mills in Black and minority communities. I've been telling you. On every black corner, you got a damn liquor store, on 2 goddamn Christianity churches, abortion clinic. Hold on. What is it? Yeah, an abortion clinic. So you can goddamn, so you get drunk, you goddamn get pregnant, go to that abortion clinic, kill them black babies, and you got 2 churches on the opposite sides of the corner. You can go and pray for and ask white Jesus for forgiveness.
And you know what? All of that, when you tie all of that and bundle that all up, that's the damn sorcery of the so-called white man here in this land. That's his sorcery, man. That's his witchcraft. He ain't got a big damn black pot and he's standing over it with the hat and got the broom. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't doing that. Like, no, it's called liquor stores, right? It's called backwoods and weed and all of that's pumped in your neighborhood, man. And it's witchcraft. And we don't understand that. We as a nation of people somehow just ain't getting it, man. We ain't getting it. It's madness, man. This is sorcery going on at a very, very high level. Matter of fact, real quick, man, can I get a scripture real quick? Let me get Ephesians chapter 6. Right? Because it's heating up right now. Let's get into it. Let's just get into it, man. Ephesians, I'm scrolling right now. Somebody help me out. If you pull it, please. Bear with me. All right.
What John you looking for? Ephesians what?
Ephesians 6 and 12. 6 and you know what I'm talking about.
2.
No, Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12.
All right. I got
When you get that, can
Ephesians
you read
chapter
that?
6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities,
Against what?
powers,
Against
against
principalities.
principalities,
Go ahead.
against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Against who?
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Who's ruling this world? Is it the black man? Is it the East Indian man? Chinese man? I mean, they all conglomerate. They all in cahoots. But who's the number one culprit? Right? He's the ruler of the darkness in this world. Go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
See that? Spiritual wickedness. Wicked spirits in high places, man. Your governments, right? You know, I'm reading this book right now that all praise to the Most High, man, because I'm at work, right? And this book was laying on the counter, and this Esau, man, the white man, he said, "You can have it. I don't want it." This book is called Pied Pipers of Babylon. Anybody heard of this book? Listen, man, this thing, if you heard of this book, I highly advise you get it. It's called Pied Pipers of Babylon. This man telling on himself in this book about his laws, his common laws and civil laws, and how he got these things from the scriptures and how he using this thing against y'all, man. I highly recommend this book. I'm reading it right now and I'm pulling some things out of it. And Most High willing, man, and I get everything together, man, I'm going to do a little presentation on this thing because it's shocking. I had to stop and take a deep breath real quick while I was reading it. But listen, it's spiritual. It's crazy, man. But yes, listen, we up against spiritual wickedness in high places and different principalities. Principalities are your princes of this world, your presidents, you know, your House of Representatives and congressmen and all of that stuff. These people sit up there, man, and like Psalms 83 said, they get up there, man, and they're against you. They confederate against you. They come up with laws to demonstrate these laws to downplay you, you know, to make you of no relevance, right? So yeah, this thing it goes deep, man. But I digress, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was deep. That was deep right there, because what you're saying is 100% exact and right, brother. A lot of times, also, we don't take into consideration the mechanisms that they use in order for us to facilitate their nefarious plans against us. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to realize, it go back to the scripture when they say that they put yokes upon our necks until we destroy. We no longer have yokes upon our necks. When you read that in Deuteronomy chapter 28, you know, and I believe it's verse 48,
right,
shooting from the hip. But the yoke that we have now is the mental oppression and to mental servitude that we have to the oppressor by doing the same things that they did to us physically, we do now to ourselves physically. They don't have to do anything to push our buttons. All they do is put a nice little commercial together. Like you said, they put a nice little financial package together for you to carry the babies or to abort, or, you know what I'm saying, get some type of assistance. And then we line, hook, and sinker, drop off the porch right for these things. And we're not learning from our past mistakes. We're not learning from the history. Didn't Romans 15:4 tell you to, you know, what's written aforetime is for our learning? So not only what's written, but what we see aforetime with our mothers and our grandmothers and great grandmothers and so on, our fathers, grandfathers, and so on. We're supposed to be witnesses to what they did, and everything that they did negatively or bad. We're supposed to avoid those things at all costs and take all the good and righteous tenets that were done throughout generation after generation and apply those things and build upon those things.
That's right.
But, you know, we never do those things. We never find it in our heart to do those things, man. And if I may, I just want to show the people something real quick. This book right here, it's called The Negro Project. Definitely go get this book. The Negro Project.
Is that
and the Negro Project is what you say, bro?
I'm sorry. Is that book that's got that devil in there, man? Margaret Sanger?
Yeah, Margaret Sanger.
Yeah.
It's a book by Bruce Fleury, if I'm saying his name correct. It's called The Negro Project. Margaret Sanger's diabolical, duplicitous, dangerous, disastrous, and deadly plan for Black America. That's the title of the book. And on page 30, it says 2 forms of eugenics have been practiced both here and abroad down through the years, positive and negative eugenics, right? So there was two forms of eugenics that you could look into and kind of glean from. And I'm going to go into the medical apartheid book before I go further, just to show you what she said about the two forms of eugenics. On page 196 of medical apartheid, Margaret Sanger says this, and I quote, in her 1922 eugenics tome, The Pivot of Civilization, she claimed, quote, eugenics is chiefly valuable in its negative aspects. Remember that. Eugenics is chiefly valuable in its negative aspects. On its so-called positive or constructive side, it fails to awaken any permanent interest, end quote. So why did I say remember that? So when we go back to the Negro Project book, this is what the negative eugenics that she so proudly said is the best part of the eugenic system. It states, negative eugenics, on the other hand, has as its focus the elimination of inferior elements based on a Darwinian vision of survival of the fittest. Some of these so-called inferior elements include the mentally ill and handicapped, epileptics, lepers, those of different races or ethnicities, blacks, Orientals, Asians, Jews, and Slavs, or just those which a society has labeled useless eaters, a phrase used by Heinrich Himmler in Nazi Germany to describe anyone who cannot contribute to the realization of Hitler's 1,000-year reign. So we see that just through her mindset, because they said she openly said she was against abortion, but the institution she helped create, abortion was one of the fundamental cornerstones of that institution, and still is today. Even though they overturned Roe v. Wade, is left up to the states, the individual states, to decide on how they will administer abortions to their populace. So don't think that Roe v. Wade ended abortion. No, all it did was took it out of the constitutionality of it being a national mandate. It is still left up to the states to determine the cause and effect of abortions and how it's going to be applied to the people. And one more thing I want to bring out, because he touched on it earlier. In the introduction of the same book, it said the fact that more than 1/3, we will also go into the heart of the most urgent moral and social issue facing America today. The fact that more than 1/3 of the 1.5 million abortions that take place here annually are performed on Black women. And that Planned Parenthood, which claims to be a woman's health organization, is actually the nation's largest abortion provider, the same thing that Hilltop brought out, performing more than 300,000 of these procedures a year, overwhelmingly at the expense of the American taxpayer. And to top it off, we will see how and why this group places the great majority of its clinics in America's Black inner cities, an occurrence that can by no means be called a coincidence. So not only is it not a coincidence, because just like he said with the sorcery, it's not sorcery, it's liquor stores, it's guns, it's drugs, it's all that's the sorcery, right? It's no coincidence that these slaughterhouses is put within our communities also. You understand what I'm saying? It's no mystery, because they want to depopulate us. They want to kill us off of the face of the earth. You understand what I'm saying? And that our women are freely doing these things. So we got to definitely, as men and conscious sisters that's in this truth, we got to try to persuade and convince our sisters and brothers that's not in the know that this is not the way to go. And a lot of times abortions happen just due to promiscuity and secretive lifestyle choices. So we got to really, really examine ourselves and see what's going on within the Black community.
The abortion rate among African American women is 3 times greater than it is among white American women. Abortion's negative impact has significantly contributed to the African Americans being the only minority in America whose population is in decline. Let me repeat that. Abortion's negative impact has significantly contributed to African Americans being the only minorities in America whose population is in decline. Hispanics is now the largest minority group in the country. If this current trend continues, the Black community may cease to make a significant positive contribute to society. And I think they already, I think the white man gonna say, hell, you already is. You're killing the Black babies. That's a big contribution to the society. That's what he's gonna say.
Right.
But
yeah,
you know, before
if I can, let me throw a statistic in there with you, just to land me back off of that. Out of the book, Hebrews and Negroes, page 601, it says, with all the killing, sterilization, and birth control tactics that was going on in America, the percentage of Blacks in America fell from 19.3% in 1790 to 9.8% in the 1940s. Currently, in 2013 through 2014, African Americans make up 13% of America's population. Latinos make up 17%.
Yeah, this is like I say, since 1973, over just about 21 million babies have been killed, and that's, like I say, statistics say that's more than heart disease, cancer, gang violence, incidents, and it was something else. All of it combined, just more than all of it combined. It doesn't even stand a chance. More Black babies have been killed in the womb since 1973, more than the World War I, World War II, hell, Desert Storm, any of them. You know what I'm saying? They have named the Black womb the most dangerous place for African Americans. But let me get into this last video real quick. And if y'all don't, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share with family and friends and people are like-minded. I'd like to give a special shout out to Sister Naphtali out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go subscribe to her channel, ADUIC, New School of Thought. She's dropping bombs. She's doing her thing. She's debating. She's doing breakdowns. And we got to definitely get another controversial and deep biblical breakdown from her soon over here on the Scoring Black Man podcast. Shameless plugs.
Yeah, like the brother said, man, go ahead over there to the Sister Naphtali's channel and like and subscribe. She got some great information over there. Also, the brother Fire Talk Radio, Let's Talk Knowledge, Wisdom and Radio, Hilltop, 12 Tribes over here, Scorn Black Man podcast. Pop in, like, and subscribe, man. Brothers is dropping knowledge.
Out here who are marching, though, you have people out here who are marching, talking about we matter, stop killing us. The hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? This organization would ignore the pro-life movement and would ignore the genocide that's happening in the Black community from this angle, right? So those two numbers, again, please help our listeners understand how critical that is.
So 1.9 is the birth rate of the Black community.
Right.
Thank you. And 2.1 is the birth rate that it takes to replace the existing society. And these are not my numbers or any numbers from any politician or anything like that. These are not the numbers from the United States Census in 2006. And so what that means is that if we continue on the path that we're on, we not only talking about Black History Month, listen, it's possible that Blacks will be history.
Man, you know, I don't understand how that's not sobering.
Well,
for people.
I don't think people get that connection of those numbers. You know, I don't think people can really visualize, wow, that means that we're going to be extinct. You know, if we keep going on this rate,
right?
You know,
and that is the exact response that I get. Two sentences. The first sentence is usually one word, and it's usually wow.
Yeah.
The second sentence that I hear from pastors and law enforcement and teachers and business leaders, the second sentence is always, we had no idea.
Right.
And so what does this mean? What it means is that there is a problem that is happening in our community that we need to pay attention to.
Right.
And the abortion issue has been so politicized, but we need to understand, especially as Blacks, that just because something has been politicized does not mean it is no longer moral. See, it's a moral issue.
That's right.
It has been politicized, but it is still a moral issue.
Right. Right.
And our birth rate is at 1.9 because the fact is the most dangerous place to be Black in America is not the streets of Detroit, which I grew up on. It's not a street corner in New York. It is not in a gang. The most dangerous place in America is to be in the womb of a Black woman.
Damn.
He just all the statistics I just said.
Right.
I told you, and that video was 6 years ago. That video right there. So all the statistics he gave was up to 6 years ago. But like I told you, the most dangerous place is that Black woman's womb, and also the statistics I had just read right before is that we was in a decline, and we've been in a decline. We're about to. We're not the top minority no more. You're outnumbered, niggas. The Hispanics on the Hispanics outnumber your ass now. You know what I'm saying? The Hispanics outnumber you now, niggas. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing exactly what the white people are doing. Remember now, the white people are not producing. They're having more deaths in every state. But hell, you niggas is killing more babies. You're producing, but you're killing the babies. So that, that makes me see. That's why I talk about them 24-hour think tanks that them crackers sit in. How can we destroy the Black? Let's make the Black woman hate the Black man, hate herself, and make the Black man hate it. Hate himself, hate the Black woman. Hey, put you against each other. You need the Black man in the household. No, kill that Black baby. Let's start a trend here. Start a trend there.
Right.
Well, you know what? You're in decline. We're in decline over here. And we can get more decline. Guess what? Niggas gonna get the hell up out of here because Black men know that it is a problem and we cannot overcome this problem here in America, especially without our Black women by our sides. We got to get the hell out of here. For those who got goddamn wives, I keep telling you every week of the week, get your wife and get the fuck out of here. Raise your kids in some kind of prominent community. Go to another nation. Go stay in another land where they treat you like a human being and they let you keep your laws of your God, keep your commandments, your God, and you can raise your kids how the hell you want to raise them in a righteous way.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fucked up. Man, you against all odds over here, like Tupac say. Man, you against all odds, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
And one thing, brother, about that though, like a lot of what I want to say about that, man, is I kind of forgot my train of thought right there, man. But we can get up out of here, go to another land, this, that, and the third. But I think the responsibility, it does fall on the man. Like you talked about the womb being a dangerous place. It's dangerous when she ain't got no protection. It's dangerous when she's not protected, right? When that man is not taught that, hey, you lay down with that woman, you got to marry her now, and you got to raise that family. You got to be that hedge. You're that protection. Like, he's always running. These men are running, man. Stop running away. Stop being afraid to correct a woman, man, and get her buckled down. You know, it's a lot of our women. I mean, it's like, I hate to use this term, but and I know women take it out of order, out of context of what I'm saying. But a lot of our women being brought up in this society need to be tamed. And I'm sorry, I got to put it that way, because when you see a lot of, you can go on YouTube right now and look at a lot of these videos of some of these sisters out here wilding out in the streets, right? Some of them need tamed right along. Same thing with the brothers. I ain't leaving the brothers out, but you do see a lot of these women. The brother, don't be afraid to tame that woman. If you love her, you want to be with her, you man enough to lay down with her. Okay, then now you treat her a certain way, man. Tame her, man. Let her know. Show her some love, man. Love her, man.
Hey, brother, the dog. Let me give you a little pushback on that.
Come on.
It's too late. It's too late for that, brother.
No.
Hold on. Wait. Let me break it all the way down to you, brother. We're in a society, man, where just turn on the TV, man. You know what I'm saying? It's set up for the woman and the man. It's like I say, it's orchestrated. We use as guinea pigs right now. Man, them women don't want no damn relationship no more. That shit is over with. You think when they laying down, these men laying down together, the man saying, "Oh, baby, I'm gonna pump this seed in you, but I'm gonna leave when it's over with." No, they just using each other. It's a sex-driven what they call it, hookup culture. It's a hookup culture right now. So you know
I
what I'm
do
saying?
agree.
As much as the black man wants to be in there, I got a statistic for you. 57.27% of black men do not have black babies. Only 42.75% do. And out of those, 69.4% are born out of wedlock.
I agree.
It's a hookup culture. So
I understand that. Let me ask you. Let me ask you this: where do you think, as a nation of people in the culture, right, in the black community, right? I'll just say that. Where did we learn? Where did we learn this from? Was this something that just always been with us, or did we learn this behavior?
The United States have what you call a polygamy culture. They have different cultures. You know what I'm saying? This is why we don't get along here. When you kind of go to other nations, especially where our people are at, you see they kind of got like the same like kind of culture, like, you know, the black Colombians and the Hispanic Colombians and the white Colombians, they all got the same blah, 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 the Brazilians or whatever, because they all have one culture under their country. They might be different kind of nationalities, kind of blended, but they have one culture. We have so many different cultures, but it's only one culture that everybody that is pumped in society over here that's supposed to be righteous and good, and that's the white man culture. And his culture is be a homosexual, be a feminist, kill your black babies. You see how they promote us in the news over here, the same way they promote us in the news in other countries. See what I'm saying? So the same way they promote other people to us, and it ought to be like, oh man, they're killing their babies, they're doing this right here, they ain't doing none of the same. They want to keep your ass right here so they can indoctrinate you. So that's what we're under right now. We're under indoctrination. The black man and the black woman, she's head of the household. She can say any time I want a black man in here, he'll get in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to put it all on the black woman. What I'm trying to tell you is the white man has set up a society where it's over. You either going to get down to the white man society, or you're going to be looked at as an outcast. You're going to be criticized, you're going to be shamed, and they're going to try to put the fear in you. The same thing that we see that happens now with the black man. So
I agree with you somewhat on that, but can everybody doesn't have that access, right, or the financial means to go ahead, pick up and move over to another nation of people and live amongst them people, and all of a sudden that mindset that they had here, westernized mindset they had here, is not for some reason going to carry over into these other nations just because you amongst another people. That your mindset that you learned for hundreds of years or whatever, it's not going to change. You're going to take them same behaviors over there. Like, I'm just saying, like, huh?
Like, how can they change it here though?
They could change. Well, the change it here, they have to want to change their mindset here. They gotta want it. Listen, let me show you something. Can I share my screen real quick on something?
Go ahead.
How do I do that there? Dude, hit this present.
Yeah, go to present.
Present. I'm gonna hit share screen.
Because I agree with you. You do have to willingly want to change your mindset, and if you don't, it is going to carry over to whatever location you go.
Exactly. I don't know how to do the share screen. I don't know how to do the share screen thing real quick, but I'm gonna just read.
Hit present, and then hit present, then hit share screen,
and
then hit micro edge tab, and then hit share.
Micro. I don't see nothing like that, brother, to say micro edge, nothing, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just I'm gonna read it here, man. It's something out of the history of slave marriage in the United States, because this is where it began here, where we got the scriptures. Our people got the script. We got the script. This was for us. The laws was given to us on marriage. You read that in Hebrews 13:4, right? Okay, watch. Now, in history of slave marriage in the United States, this is written, I guess, by this woman, Darlene C. Goring, right? It says, the slave has no rights. Of course, he or she cannot have the rights of a husband or wife, right? It says the slave is a chattel, and chattels do not marry. Now, for those that don't know what chattel is like what? A possession, right? You belong to someone. You're a possession. A possession can't marry anything, and it's going to tell you the slave is a chattel, and chattels do not marry. The slave is not ranked among sentient beings. Does anybody know what a sentient being is? Because that's not a Negro word. Negroes don't use words like this, so you got to look things up. sentient being. A sentient being is somebody who able to have feelings, able to feel things, got emotions. They labeled you non-sentient. They said the slave is not ranked among sentient beings, but among things. They called you a thing. That's why they hung you from trees so rapidly and so grossly and inhumanely, ripped babies out of the woman's stomach and threw them up against trees and rocks, right? And fed them to alligators because they believe you don't feel nothing, nigga. You don't got no feelings. You're non-sentient. It said, but among things, and things are not married. So we learned these things and became sexual deviants and all of that nature, popping hoes and baby mamas and baby daddies, right? We got taught this here in America. Now we want to turn around and not face those challenges. Like I went back earlier and said, we're talking about responsibility, the ability to respond to a certain event, a certain circumstance or situation that you may have been into. We have eluded responsibility, right? We don't want knowledge. The Most High talk about that in Hosea chapter 4 and 6, Hosea chapter 5:15, and so on and so forth. We don't want these things. So we have learned these things here in this country. Now we're being told, run, hide, go here, go in the mountains over here, this, that, and the third. Nigga, your mindset is still the damn same in Westernized. You're not going to change a damn thing. You're going to go over there and probably end up messing with one of them damn, one of them damn heathen women over there or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm just speaking facts, man. I'm speaking facts, and I'm saying we learn this shit here. We got to change the mindset here first. The scriptures talk about that. You read Acts 3:19, where it tells repent, right? And be converted. Change your mindset. Get right man first, then teach the woman. We don't run, man. We can't run. I'm speaking mine. This is my opinion. But I'm just saying, no, we can't run, brother. We can't run, man. Stop running.
I respect your opinion. And,
I got you.
When I read the Bible, it says flee Babylon. And I don't see it getting no better. Now, you can hold on hope, and you could think that you could. I agree 100%. Because you don't always say, leave that westernized matrix Babylon way of thinking. You leave that shit over here. Leave that shit over here when you go somewhere else. Don't bring that shit over to no other country. I tell you that all the time.
Right.
Leave that right here. But it's not going to get no better because the Bible tells me so. The Bible says flee. Every time we flee.
I agree with you. Yeah, it do.
You're in Babylon. You're in the matrix. You're in spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. It's not going to get no better. I'm holding out hope. I'm just telling you. But before you flee, like you said, get that shit up out of you.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not going to get no better here.
Because I'm talking about I agree with you, brother. I'm talking about the mindset of the people got to change first. And that's what the Most High is talking about. Change your mind. That's why he said Revelations 8-4, come up out of her, my people, so you don't become partakers of her plagues. Is that twofold or onefold?
That'll be two.
Okay, that's twofold. That's come up out of her, right? Like you said, you talking about flee Babylon. Then it's come up out of them ways, come up out of philosophies, come up out of them doctrines. Change your mindset. Got to change first before any action can be taken for anything. Nigga gonna get up out of America, get him a ticket, go over there with that same busted ass mindset, man. You know what's the point of fleeing Babylon if you got a Babylonian mindset somewhere else? Still doing the same stuff that you do here in America. Like, you know, that's my take on it, brother. Like, I ain't got no backlash with it or not. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm just voicing my opinion on it. Like, I'm just basically I'm voicing this towards the brothers, you know, and the sisters here, you know, especially these young ones that are just falling victim day to day, man. The same old BS. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of hearing it. So it's like when I see them out on the street, this is how I talk to them. I might not be on a podcast every day and doing this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Most High ain't necessarily looking at that. But I'm out there, man, and I see my people, man, and I tell them these things just like I'm telling it right now. You know, like we got to come up out of that mindset, and then I keep it pushing, man. And, you know, and that's it.
I agree with you 100% on the mindset, because like I say all the time, and like you say, it's a double fold, but I'm a strong advocate of getting the hell out of here. I'm just telling y'all when y'all get the hell out of here. I agree with you, man. Hey, listen, and I'm gonna go even further. Some of you Israelites, There's always somebody, oh, like America, oh man, we the Israelites over here in America, blah, 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 America. Leave that shit over here too. Because there's more of our brothers and sisters outside of America. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, we don't have all the answers over here in America. We may be some of the first ones to get online and talk about we the Israelites, but we ain't the first ones to know that we the Israelites. We ain't. I'm just gonna be real with you. When you go to all the other damn countries and get amongst our diaspora people, they have the same things. You'll see the Star of David. You'll hear them say all about the Yasharala, you know what I'm saying? All about him. But leave that American, I'm arrogant. I got this nigga mindset. Leave that shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit that I know everything over here. But I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna get no better over here. So
I agree.
All the people, no, I ain't talking about you. I'm just talking about everybody. So all the people that think that, you know, oh man, we go change it, and no, you're not changing shit over here. Because you think you can change shit over here, then you ain't reading the Bible then. You ain't believing the Most High then. You ain't believing them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can catch hell out of Babylon, all that case, Judah, but I'm telling you right now, you're gonna catch more hell over here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be busting your damn head across your head like, don't say like the police is over here, the other niggas. I'm just gonna be real with you. Brother Doc brought that out. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Con.
Hey, if you don't believe me, get your damn passports and get the hell out of here and go visit some countries and see. Because I'm trying to tell you right now, when I read that Bible, America is in that motherfucker. You can talk about the Babylon's world. It is a world, but America is in that motherfucker. America is the capital of Babylon. Y'all see Babylon's worldwide system.
Right. Hey, the brother, you spot on with that though. You spot on with that though. Because all these other nations, right? All these other nations and stuff, man. A lot of them they copy, man. You know what I'm saying? What America doing? You got the Chinese man, you know, over there in his establishment in his empire. He done threw away his garment, man. Now he got on the damn penguin suit, man. You know what I mean? Like he ain't doing what he threw away his ancient Chinese garments and secrets, man, for the white man's sorcery and things of that. Right? You know, like everybody did that, man. They follow after, you know, the damn Greeks, man.
I don't know
how damn Roman fashions, man.
Hey, I don't know how many times I'm about this up on this channel. Everybody, all them other nations of people, when they come to America, the Muslim woman came, you can see nothing but her eyes. Now, you're going to tell she Muslim because she got a thing on her damn head. She got on jeans, her titties is out, her face is, hell, she got on every kind of Jezebel type of makeup on. The Asian woman, she came in her garments, and her man came in their garments. Now they in suits.
Yeah.
The damn Arab man, he came with his turban. He still might have his turban on. He might take that one. He don't even wear a turban no more.
No, he got on a hood. He got on a hoodie and some J's, man.
A hoodie and some jeans. The African, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not they was Israelites or Hamitic, they came with the dashikis and everything else. America is a parasite, man. You got to get the hell up out of here. And I think other nations of people see that now, because as you see, everybody's really wanting the American dollar. They don't want to fucking be here. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. Right. They from countries where they don't have all that filthiness. They don't have the LGBTQ. They don't have the feminist movement. They don't have, you know what I'm saying, men over here, they are just sitting here, you know what I'm saying, pushing all kind of stupidity to their women and leaving their damn kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you see certain cases, but that's not at a high rate. We are being targeted. When you're being targeted in a country that the Most High don't told you in the Bible, that it's not your rest place, you know what I'm saying, to flee out of the you know what I'm saying, flee out of it physically and mentally, you can't win against that. You got to do what the Most High say, flee out mentally first, because you can't flee out physically until you flee out mentally. There's no way that you want to go stay out the country and you ain't left Babylon mentally yet. If you ain't left Babylon mentally, don't move out the country. You need to go visit some places and then get your mind right. Maybe
there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Get your mind right, man. Your mind got to be right before you go and do anything, man. Before you plan anything, your mind, that's just through the daily just aspects of life in general, man. Like your mindset got to be right to buy a house. Your mindset got to be right to buy a car. Your mindset got to be right to get married. Your mindset got to be right, man. Go damn grocery shopping, man. I mean, it's all about, I'm for real. I mean, I know that might sound a little silly, but hell, you can't be crazy as hell and then leave out the house going, and you ain't gonna end up at the grocery market, man. You're gonna be at the damn car wash talking about, can I get a gallon of milk, man? Because your mind bad. You know, so listen, like, yeah, your mind got to be right before you want to flee Babylon. K. Judah said it right down here in the chat, man. K. Judah said, I will flee when it's time to go to the wilderness. Hey, that's in the Bible, man. You know, a lot of people, like I said earlier, a lot of our people, man, don't got the means, the financial means to go ahead and dig up and go and plant themselves in another land. So your faith got to be in the Most High. Your faith is in the Most High to carry you.
Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know what the hell they can do. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't tried. A lot of people just go with the flow. A lot of people just go with whatever goddamn other people damn say. A lot of people don't know what the hell they can do. You know what I'm saying? They've been told what they can do. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? Until they try to do it. They don't know. You know what I'm saying?
And I know you speaking from experience. You speaking from experience,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, my experience could be anybody's experience. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're right. You're right.
I'm not nobody special. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was a mindset.
Anybody can get out of America and visit. I'm not telling you, I'm not telling you just go out here and just move and stay somewhere. But give yourself, hey, listen, a man, don't the Bible say a man that travels increases his knowledge? He ain't take to stay right here in Babylon your whole life and sit here. Oh,
You're right.
I'm just going.
You're right.
I'm just going to go to the wilderness. I tell you what, y'all can wait. I'm not waiting.
You right, brother. Hey, brother, you spot on with that, man. Everybody got the ability to save up and do that third. Like we go back to it again. It's all about the mindset. If you boxed in and you got a boxed in mindset, and you like, no, I ain't leaving the state, I ain't leaving my city, I ain't leaving the block, I ain't leaving the hood. You know, then that's where you gonna remain, right? Yeah. No, but shoot, I mean, I'm working on trying to get out, man, get my passport and go somewhere. You know, I want to visit places too.
Hey.
You know.
For people that say, you know, I'm a K. Judah say, if I am in the wilderness, I'm safe. I'm outside the wilderness, I can still die. Well, the Most High put the fear, what do you say? He put the thing of fear in us. You know what I'm saying? So if he say travel and increase your learning, you shouldn't be afraid to travel. You know what I'm saying? Increase learning. Yeah, you could die. You could die outside here. You could die here. I mean, shit. The wilderness might be after you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Don't you want to see some shit before you die? I don't want to just stay here and keep dealing with America. Let me explain to you something that will happen to you. You just continue to do this type of shit that we do. And that's how much type of shit we do. Think about it. We stay here in America. We open this Bible. We talk about the white man. We talk about everybody else, the wickedness of our people and everybody else, right? And we see the head bashing. We see this right here going on. The black man against the black woman against the black man. The deaths of our kids, our babies. Don't you think that causes a lot of stress on you? Why do you think did we just do a show called the health state of the black, the health state of the black man in America? Don't you know? I mean, let's do the health state of black people in America, period. Don't you know that would cause you to die? Why do you think black men are dying fast? Why do you think black women in America are dying fast?
Stressed out.
You're stressed out. You're all the way out of shape. Give yourself a chance to live. Now, if y'all want to sit here and complain all the time, blah, 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 and then just die early, be my damn guest.
Hey, that's another thing. Like I said in this book,
all the stress off me, baby.
Right. I mentioned this book earlier called The Pied Pipers of Babylon. And if you read it, man, like you read it, I'm reading it, and the way that they fashion the laws and the way that they fashion things here, man, in this country, man, is to keep you pacified, to keep you satisfied, to keep you just so honed in with all the amenities that they have to where you don't want to go nowhere. You might want to visit. That's why they made up and gave you passport. You can pass but through a port, right? But you go to these other places, man. You really don't want to stay there. They nice to visit, like they say, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. You know what I mean? Because everybody want to come back to America to these damn freedoms. Because you go over somewhere else and break the law. Ask what's that tall woman, what that sister, man? What's her name, man? Brittany Joyner or something like that basketball player.
Brittany Griner.
What'd she do? She had that little ass bit of weed, bro. I don't even think it was weed. They try to lock her up for 10 years, man. 10 years in a Russian prison is like 1,000 years. Like some crazy, like, I mean, there's some certain things you can't do over there, man. That's what I say. Your mindset got changed before you go over there and you think about living over there, because you can't go over there, get all comfortable, then break the law and start acting like a nigga over there. You're finished. You're done. So that's why a lot of people stay in their little comfy confines of Babylon the Great.
Yeah. I mean, listening to both of y'all points, y'all brought some valid points. I would say this, just to throw my 2 cents in on it, is that there's nothing wrong with brothers and sisters traveling and moving to other countries. The scriptures do say to flee out of Babylon, to free yourself out of the daughter of Babylon. We do see that in the scriptures. We also see that the remnant will be gathered from all of the nations also at a specified time. So I would just say this in that whole context of that conversation. There's nothing wrong and it's not sin to move to another country if your resources, if your understanding and education and your ability to do so is that, and your spirit is moving you to do that, then by all means do it. But for those that who may not have the resources and things of that nature, there is a slither of hope, because the scripture said there will be a gathering of the people from all nations at the end. The end sign will be set up and gather the dispersed of Judah and the outcast of Israel from the four corners of the earth. So, you know, with that being said, I understand what Hilltop is saying and what Sadak is saying. They're both right, to be honest. They're both right in what they're bringing to the table, because you do have to have a certain level of understanding. The scriptures do say a man that travel has much understanding. But I'm going to read something that the Hamashiach has said, you know what I'm saying? And all things that you do, you got to have this understanding, because if you don't have this understanding, no matter if you're here in Babylon or if you're abroad in other countries, it's going to be a woeful theme for you. In Matthew 18 in verse 2, and it says, and Yehoshua called a little child unto him and set him in the midst of them and said, verily I say unto you, except you be converted and become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So we got to convert, like the brother was saying, you got to convert your mind. You got to convert your mind on all things, just like that topic today with the abortion. You got to convert your mind, brothers and sisters, that abortion is not the solution. It's not a solution to your promiscuity. It's not a solution to some perceived medical issues that you may have if you don't abort the baby. It's not a solution to the little minute crumbs of finances they may give you that's going to help you go to Planned Parenthood and get it. It's not going to help you getting on a plane and flying overseas. It's not going to help you just even staying here in America. You got to convert. Convert means that you got to change the way you think, the way you live, the way you speak, eat, and all of these things. And in doing so, you'll be profitable in any endeavor that you take place. First and foremost, praying and asking the Most High to give you guidance and understanding and put the spirit on you to make that move. And secondly, you'll be able to receive it better because your temple is clear, your mind is straight, and you got the ability to move as the Most High wants you to move. So definitely be as little children out here. Don't believe nothing, question everything, go back and research and apply everything that you know to be exact or right into your life.
You said some when you first started off, you said something valuable. People are not educated on a lot of things when it comes to traveling in countries outside of America. Hell, they're not even educated on goddamn America. Let's just keep it real. I tell you what, and I'm gonna end it like this. Your ass get out of here. I'm keeping this on subject because it's about what it is, episode 43, abortions, #1 killer or African Americans. You ain't got to worry about that out of here. They gonna be targeting your black ass babies outside of Babylon in the UK. Final thoughts, brothers of dark.
That's facts right there, though. I like that. You ended that one real smooth right there. I like that. That was nice. That's true. That's true, man. You're right. Final thoughts, man, is this subject, man, was very it was very heavy. It's always a heavy subject and a great topic to always build upon. All praise to the Most High for that. I hope the message got out there to any brothers and sisters, man, that might have this spirit on them of abortion or thinking about, I'm gonna just be real with it, killing your kids. That you do some research, man, that you reach out, that you pray, you know what I'm saying, that you able to endure, and just not fall victim to this in this society, man, and just keep your eyes open, be vigilant, and constantly move in the spirit and just endure,
Brother Don Yehuda, final thoughts.
Yeah, the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verses 19 through 21. My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thy own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. So thy race, which thou leavest, shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. So, brothers, make sure you're picking a fruitful woman, and you plant that seed with that woman, because abortion doesn't just mean going into the clinic and getting a surgical procedure done. It means intermingling with strangers. It means taking contraceptives. It means, you know, casting your children away when they need a mother and father in the household. There's many forms of abortion. Just don't be thinking that abortion is a surgical procedure, because we can kill ourselves every day in so many ways. And like it says, in order for us to be magnified as a people, and for our race to be magnified, meaning increase, meaning to excel, meaning to uplift, we have to make sure that it's a team effort. They say teamwork make the dream work. And the scriptures say that a man will leave his father and mother for his wife, and the two will become one flesh, meaning that y'all going to be on the same page with everything. Doesn't mean y'all won't have disagreements, but when it comes down to it, y'all standing back to back, you against the world, me and you, baby, against the world. And that's how it's got to be and how it should be in order for us to survive in these last days. So with that, I say Shabbat Shalom to everybody. All praises to everybody that tuned in. And I land my plane on that.
Brother Hilltop, what's going on, man? What happened to all these dead ass black babies? Ecclesiastes 12, chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High God who gave it. And I'm gonna drop down to verse 13 and 14. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High God, keep his commandments. Don't be killing those black babies. For this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. You can't hide behind Planet. They be hiding their cars behind Planet Parenthood. You can't hide your cars. More house in your ass anyway. Can't hide them cars. With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And we'd like to thank everybody out there, Sister Mika, Sister Professor Lovely Lady, K. Judah, Sister Weezy, Brother Obadiah, and some more. But to everybody, thank you all for tuning in. For everybody who's watching live, thank you all. For everybody who's watching this after it goes live, thank you all. We just want to bring prevalence to the situation. I think it's about the first time we may ever attack an abortion. We may have did an abortion show once before. We want to know, stop killing these black babies. If you're going to lay down with the woman, use protection. Black woman, if you want to let a man stick his rod in you, make sure he use protection. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't, just know that it's a high possibility that you may get pregnant. You know what I mean? And if you get pregnant, hold on to that baby. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to that baby. And because you can do it. There's no excuses. And I find it quite funny that we can find all the government assistance to do everything else to help us out, but when it comes down to these kids, no, the number one solution is to kill them.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. That's just absolutely.
All these assistants. This is why I'm telling you, I'm through with making excuses. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm sorry if anybody gets offended, but hey, this is a Scoring Black Man podcast. We're gonna attack serious issues within the black and urban community from a street and biblical perspective. And like I say, man, this is a bad thing. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I was going to say, maybe in a future podcast, Most High willing, we could look at what the statistics looks like worldwide outside of America with the abortion rate with our so-called sisters of the diaspora, what's going on with them worldwide, to see how and compare those numbers and that information. I'm sure it's going to be probably comparable because, you know, the follow us.
Yep.
I can pretty much guarantee you what this is going to say.
Hey, like I said earlier, man, that mindset, man. I mean, like you said something, it's a spirit, man. You know, it's just, it don't matter where we go, man. We, you know, like we got cast over the four corners of the earth, man. For what? For the same spirit, right? A disobedience, right? And we got.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother.
No, I would say it's a special witchcraft that's over this land. This is why I'm so passionate about getting the hell up out of here. This is it's a witchcraft over here.
It is wicked,
I mean, it's a witchcraft, but it's wickedness, but it's a witchcraft. It's
yeah,
some kind of sorcery. It's so much sorcery and witchcraft over here. It's hard for for them to take the spell off them. You know what I'm saying?
Every time,
us, period. As African Americans, this is why we look out of all the diaspora. We may be the ones that we got the U.S. dollar, right? So we think we got more education. Not, you know what I'm saying? We think we're so much better than our brothers and sisters. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not. Trust me, I'm gonna tell you right now. Not. You niggas eating GMOs and steroids, and like you got their brains and your brain cells thrown off. Like Crazy Joe said on goddamn Lean on Me. Your brain cells, your brain cells is thrown off. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, for y'all to think that America is just the best thing since apple pie, and I'm talking to Israelites.
Right.
Woeful. Y'all have been woefully misinformed, like K. Judah said. You know what I'm saying? Quit thinking that you're so goddamn special over here, the American Negroes. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You're so goddamn special, you wouldn't be killing each other at a high rate. You wouldn't be killing your goddamn black ass babies. You wouldn't be whoring each other out. You wouldn't be leaving your fucking kids.
Right.
None of that. You would be able to get along with your fellow brother that got a different doctrine with you. You can't even do that.
Right.
You niggas think you so much better than, oh man, that's a Muslim. Niggas leaving the goddamn the damn Corona. Well, at least they got some goddamn discipline. You niggas you know how to get along. I'm telling you, you Negroes over here. You know what I'm saying? See, that I kind of see how Malcolm, when he went over there to the what's name, he got around all them other Muslims. He came back and like he looked at motherfuckers kind of different, like kind of shady.
Right.
Just food for thought. Just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? And just food for thought. You know, we love you all. You know what I'm saying? May you have abundant blessings on this wonderful Sabbath. Please continue to.
Hey, let me say.
Go ahead, brother.
Euthanasia. It's a painless death. They got y'all tapped into euthanasia. Just look that up. And anybody that's with this abortion and that's pro-abortion and all of those things, it's a painless way to do it and to get rid of your society and your lineage. So just look that up, man. That's very important.
Yeah, man. And like I say, I'd like to thank all y'all once again, man. This was a great show. We brought a lot of passion. We brought a lot of stacks to y'all. Hopefully we brought some hope to y'all. You know, it is hard. I mean, we can do this. We don't have to kill these babies. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can actually, you know what I'm saying, take care of these kids and show them a better way. But y'all have to get your mind frame out of here. It's going to be hard to do it when you're staying in a country where they're just constantly when you turn your phone, your TV, you're being programmed. But hey, do more study, do more research. Well, hey, love you all. Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.